As I got a little older, the thing that impacted my life the most was when my parents told my sisters and I that they were getting divorced. I was in shock and I was absolutely devastated. I was upset and mad and angry, all the emotions at once. And I was so confused because my family had always been that family who went on these crazy adventures and these crazy road trips, and we loved each other so dearly. And I never thought I would be that kid, with a broken family. And from there, I just kind of became careless and upset. God could have allowed me to run away from him like I wanted to. I wanted to just completely run in the opposite direction, but he captured my heart and he drew me closer and closer to him during this time where I really was just broken. Growing up, I knew who God was. I was raised in the Catholic Church, but I never really felt connected or understood anything that the priest was saying at church, and didn't think I really needed anything more than I had in my life. I was taught I could get into heaven by just being a good person, as if like holding the door open for the lady at the bank would just automatically grant me access into heaven. I had some friends who attended a youth group at a Christian church, and they invited me to come along. So I did a couple times, and it was fun and it was cool, but I didn't think I needed any more God than I already had. I thought, I'm not stealing, I'm not hurting anyone, I'm not cheating, or am I really doing anything that bad? And that summer they were going on a mission trip to South Dakota. So I decided that I would go because it would be fun, hang out with my friends. And God really used that trip to soften my heart and to open my eyes and my mind to possibly having a relationship with him. Something in my heart and in my mind changed. I was just on fire. I could not get enough. I wanted to learn as much as I could, and I wanted to understand so badly. That next year, I became friends with some people who were very much so of the world. They were drinking and partying and doing drugs and having sex, and I thought I was kind of justifying it by saying, well, I'm not doing that, so I'm not really that bad. I'm not really sinning as badly as they are. I'm not really sinning at all. So it wasn't until after I was truly a Christian where I looked back and thought about my friends who were drinking and partying, and I thought, even though I wasn't drinking and I wasn't partying and doing all of these sins, my cursing and my lashing out at my parents and my being unkind was just as sinful as that, because all sin is equal in God's eyes. I wanted to know Jesus so bad, but I still didn't fully understand the magnitude of my own sin. Every time there would be an altar call, I would say the prayer, and I just wouldn't feel anything, so I just kept living my same sinful life. I was so caught up on asking people, how did you feel when you were saved, and what does it feel like to have Jesus in your heart? I thought, oh, when I have Jesus in my heart, then I'll stop doing this, then I'll stop saying that. But right now he's not in my heart, so he doesn't know. I can keep doing this, I can keep saying this. I was kind of living like a double life, like one way in church and one way outside church. I just wasn't focusing on him alone and what he did for me and what he did for everyone. It wasn't until a full year later when on February 19th, 2017, when the pastor prayed and asked if we would pray along with him, and I did. And that was the moment where I just knew, I felt it. It was like just a weight lifted off my shoulders, and I felt new and pure and fresh and good. And I knew that Jesus had come into my heart. And from that day on, I have just been living for him and trying to live as he lived. And I'm still a sinner. I'll always be a sinner, but I know that, but I repent and I ask for forgiveness, and I know that our God is so loving that he forgives and he loves us no matter what. I'm Olivia, I'm 18 years old, and this is how God changed me and saved me. 1 Timothy 4:12 reads, "Don't let anyone look down on you because you are young, but set an example for the believers in speech, in conduct, in love, in faith, and in purity."